So guys, welcome to the Java tutorial. I'm going to be talking about inheritance. Inheritance is a feature in object-oriented programming that allows a class to inherit properties and methods from another class. This helps in reusing code and establishing a hierarchical relationship between classes. As you can see here, we have different classes: the beef class, the fish class, and the meat class, from which we will inherit something. In this case, it's a method called food. Last but not least, we have the main class. In each class, we will use the extends keyword to inherit from the desired class. In this case, we would like to inherit the meat class, along with all the methods in the meat class, to the fish and beef classes. Now let me show you how to do it. After public class fish, type extends to inherit from a class, and then type the name of the class you want to inherit from. In this case, it's meat, so I've typed extends meat. So the same with the beef class. So now that we have extended the fish and beef classes to inherit from the meat class, let us display the output. To display the output, we have to create objects for each class. To do that, type the name of the class, then the object name, followed by the equal sign, then new, and then the class name. Congratulations, you have created an object. For me it would be beef, beef object, equal sign, new beef. Create the fish object the same way you created the beef object. It would be fish, fish object, equal sign, new fish. Now that we have created the fish and beef objects, it's time to display them. To display, just type the object name followed by a dot, and the method you want to call. In this case, it's the food method from the meat class that we inherited a while ago. Even though the fish and beef classes don't have the food method, they have inherited it from the meat class by using the extends keyword. This allows them to use the method as if they have it themselves. Now I am just doing the same for the fish object. Now that it's done, it's time to run and see what happens. As you can see, it has displayed I am meat 2 times. Now when I erase one of the objects, it only displays I am meat 1 time. As you can see, it has displayed I am meat because both classes inherited from the same class and are displaying the same method. Let's see what happens when we add another method to the meat class. I am going to create a method called love that prints out I love meat. Now that we have 2 methods, let's see what happens to the objects we created earlier. As you can see, these classes inherit every method from the class that's being inherited. When I run the program, it prints out I love meat, the second method we created. Inheritance is all about reusing code by allowing one class to inherit properties and methods from another class. This helps in creating a hierarchical relationship between classes and makes the code more efficient and easier to manage. Now let's look at the hierarchy of inheritance. Let's extend from the fish class rather than the meat class. Now running the beef object, you can see it still prints the same output. The reason is that the beef class inherits from the fish class, which in turn inherits from the meat class. Therefore, the beef class inherits every method from both classes. Now let's add a method called Nemo to the fish class and see what happens to the output. The Nemo method contains a string to be displayed that says "Don't eat me". Now let's call the method using the beef object dot the name of the method. Oh wait, sorry, I've made an error. When we run it, as you can see, it has inherited from both the fish class and the meat class, thus creating a hierarchical structure. To summarize, inheritance is about acquiring attributes and methods from another class without those attributes and methods being explicitly defined in the current class. That's all about inheritance. I hope you have learned something from this tutorial. Thanks for watching.